What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 4 of our Pokemon Consonancia walkthrough. In the previous episode, we explored Centra City in its entirety. It is an absolutely massive city. We explored all the buildings, chatted to all the locals, and completed the little side quests. It was a lot of fun, but in today's video, we are back on the road. We are exploring a brand new route, and I'm hoping we can make our way to the next city in this episode. We are still yet to take on a gym leader, so hopefully we'll come across a gym that we can actually go and battle. I also have no idea who the first gym leader actually is, so I can't even prepare my team. But now, whilst exploring this new route, we have bumped into Barry, who wants to take us on for a battle. So we'll definitely agree this should be a lot of fun. Barry does have 3 Pokemon on his team currently, and the first Pokemon he has sent out is a level 14 Staravia. We've got our Braixen up front, which knocked it out, and now Barry is about to send out Rosalia, which is a grass type. So I think our Braixen should have a massive advantage. We knock out Rosalia as well, and now it's down to Barry's final Pokemon. He sends out a Piplup, which must be his starter Pokemon. We've decided to swap in Grookey to keep the type advantage, and we've done it. We've defeated Piplup and defeated Barry. And our Grookey is ready to evolve. We did cancel it because I do want to try and level up our Grookey another level or 2 to see if it will learn any more moves. But that was a nice little battle. We did get some additional experience for our team, but now we can continue on with the route and hopefully arrive in the next town. It looks like we have found another trainer tip board. Those are always useful. And the board just tells us to search all items when we are roaming around. You can find all kinds of things hidden in the rocks and the trash cans. Another thing that I found out, when we started the game, we had a choice of whatever region we wanted to choose. We went with Kanto, and we had the option of Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander for our starter Pokemon. But then we also had the option of Eevee and Pikachu. So it turns out that it is a Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, and they can't actually evolve in this game, so you're going to have to keep them in their regular form. However, they are super strong, so it is a good idea to keep them in your team. However, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep my Eevee in our team throughout the game. I might swap it out. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. But continuing on with our story, we just caught a Slowpoke in the wild, and we met a kid who has lost his Pokemon called Drifloon, which is that ghost Pokemon. It kind of looks like a balloon, and we've agreed to help him. We've entered the cave, and as we enter the cave, we've actually found one of the gym leaders, ROARK, so we're going to take him on for a battle. He is the rock and ground type gym leader, I believe. We've got our Braixen up front, which is at a massive disadvantage, but we did get some attacks in. We've sent out Oshawott next to get an upper hand, and Oshawott has knocked out Geodude, but now ROARK's second Pokemon is going to be an Onix. I'm hoping our water attacks will be able to finish off the rest of his Pokemon. But after we have defeated Gym Leader ROARK, we're going to have to try and look for this missing Pokemon. Hopefully we can help the boy and return the Pokemon to him. ROARK's final Pokemon is a level 15 Cranidos, which is a rock type. I love Cranidos. It kind of looks like a dinosaur. And Cranidos knocked out our Oshawott, our Grookey, but luckily Geodude finally knocked it out. ROARK gifts us a TM as a reward and also an Explorer kit. So this will allow us to now start mining. We're going to try and do one little mining session here, 1 or 2 little mining sessions, just to show you guys how it works. But it's very similar to all the other games that offer this feature. You've got 2 different mining methods. You can go with the blue little chisel that hits smaller areas, but it knocks the ground a lot quicker. Or you can go with the big red hammer, which hits a larger area but not as powerful. So here we did spot and get a heart scale, but that was probably not a good example. So we are going to do one more little mining session. And as we start, we have found something massive here. You can really find some amazing items doing this, and you can actually sell a lot of them for a fair amount of money. So I do recommend that you do spend a bit of time doing this. You can get evolution stones and all kinds of things. Here we've just unearthed a fossil, so we might be able to revive this at a later stage and get a Pokemon out of it. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the third item, but you guys get the picture. We've also just picked up a moonstone, and now we're going to continue exploring the cave. It looks like we are nearing the end of the cave, and we've actually found 2 trainers here, and Drifloon is in the corner. So it looks like we're going to have to battle these 2 trainers. They're both masked, so it looks pretty sketchy. I don't know if they were trying to steal this Drifloon. Maybe that was their plan all along. So now we're going to take on these 2 characters in little double battles. So the first character is the hiker, and Rosa has offered to help us out. So she has sent out Snivy, and we sent out Gibble. And now the second trainer, who is the scientist, Barry, has offered to help us. So he's teamed up with us for the second battle, and he's sent out Piplup, and we've got Breakson. And when we are teamed up, we are pretty powerful. We made pretty light work of these trainers. We've sent out our Eevee to finish them off, and we've done it. We've defeated these 2 guys, so hopefully they run off and we can rescue and return this Drifloon back to its trainer. We also pick up the last few items left there, and now we can make our way all the way back and outside the cave. Let's see what the boy has to say. I'm sure he's going to be overjoyed that he's got his Pokemon back. We exit the cave and find the boy and return his Pokemon, and he's really thankful. He gifts us an air balloon, which is an item that can help your Pokemon in battle, I believe. But we have reached the end of the first little section of the route, and here we can heal up our team at the little in-between building. And now we have entered Briga Forest, which looks pretty misty. And one thing I've noticed about this game is the routes can be pretty long, and there can be loads of trainers to battle. But our first Pokemon we have encountered in Briga Forest is a Pikachu. So we absolutely are going to try and catch this. It's just a regular Pikachu. I wasn't expecting to find it, and I believe it's quite rare here in the forest. But you do want to try and catch Pikachu. When we reach the end of this route, there's actually a guy that wants to see Pikachu in your team, and he'll offer you some kind of reward if you do so. So we have caught him just in case. We're not adding him to our team just yet. But who doesn't like Pikachu? I love Pikachu. We take on the next trainer in the route, and our Grookey levels up and evolves into Thwacky. So that's really cool. We have got our second evolution in the game. We did evolve our Kricketot earlier. And what do you know, our Oshawott has also just evolved into Duwats. A lot of evolutions in today's episode. That's definitely going to give our team a bit of a boost. And now it looks like we have caught up with Brock and Misty, and they want to make a little campfire here and relax for the night. The scenery does look absolutely beautiful, so it's an ideal location for us to camp. And Flannery also appears, the gym leader, the fire-type gym leader. So the whole gang is here. Brock, Misty, Rosa, Barry, and Flannery. But Flannery wants to get some training in, so she challenges us to a battle. We'll definitely agree to it, and we can get some additional experience. So it's always going to be fun and helpful to take on tough trainers. We've defeated Flannery's first Pokemon with our Breakson, but now we've sent out Duwat, who is a water type, so we should have a massive advantage. Duwat knocks out Numel, and now the final Pokemon is Torkoal, which is an absolute beast of a Pokemon. Even though Torkoal does not have an evolution, it is a really strong fire type. It even knocks out our Duwat, which is really surprising. But we send out Gibble next to finish it off, and we have defeated Flannery. So that was a fun little battle. I can't believe how strong her Torkoal was. And as a reward, she wants to join our team, so we agree to that. And she also gifts us a Torkoal and a TM called Flame Charge. So what an awesome reward. I love Torkoal, and to get an additional TM is always good. We also just picked up a leaf stone and a pearl hidden in some of the rocks. I've found so many pearls in the rocks. I'm not sure how much we can actually sell them for, but we do have to go through all of our items in one of these episodes and sell some of the stuff we don't want and equip some of the items to our Pokemon. We've been slacking in that department. We've already picked up a load of TMs as well, so we need to go through those and teach our Pokemon some new powerful moves. We also just found Berg there, but he didn't want to battle us or anything. He just gifted us a TM. And we have reached the end of the forest, so that's a good sign. Again, we can heal up our team with the nurse. And here we find Sophocles, who actually wants to see a Pikachu. He's been looking for one in the forest, but he hasn't managed to find it. So if you guys want to put Pikachu in your team and go and chat to him, you might get a cool item. But I think we're going to end off the episode here. Thanks for watching.